Luxury comes to different people in different ways. Whereas many people make money to be expended on acquiring luxury and everything that looks like it, some people have built a global empire on the back of providing luxurious expressions for people with the right money. In this video, we are going to be looking at one man who is one of the biggest of them all. This is Opulence Luxury, where we discuss the luxurious life of the rich. Join us as we journey through the life of someone we can regard as the poster boy for the wealth and luxury. Introducing Bernard Arnault, the king of luxury. Whether you're a fashion enthusiast or just interested in the business side, there is something for everyone in this exploration of luxury, style, and success. Known as the king of luxury, Bernard Arnault is a visionary entrepreneur and the chairman and CEO of LVMH, Moet, Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, SE, the world's largest luxury goods company. Arnault's keen business acumen and strategic vision have transformed LVMH into a global powerhouse, boasting an impressive portfolio of renowned brands like Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Givenchy, and many more. Let us dive into the story of the man himself. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications because there is opulence coming your way anytime. In the northern city of Roubiax in France, 5th of March 1949, Bernard Jean-Étienne Arnault was born. His mother was two things that may or may not have set him up for what he will be in the future. She was a pianist and a lover of Dior. The artistically inclined Marie-Joseph Savenel and her husband raised Bernard in a strict Catholic environment. His father, Jean-Léon Arnault, was into manufacturing and had an establishment of his own. He owned Ferré-Savenel, the civil engineering company where Bernard will try his fresh hands on corporate restructuring and management. In fine French elitist culture, Mr. Arnault was educated in the best of French schools, with complimentary piano lessons on the side. By 1971, his professional career was ready to make a start, and look no further than Ferré-Savenel, his father's company. In a certain taste of what lay ahead, few years after coming on board, the company sold its construction division, relocated its headquarters, and acquired a textile company. What do they say again? What is worth doing is worth starting early, right? Between 1978 and 1984, he was the president of the company. At the right time, with the right people, in the right place, Bernard Arnault took effective control of Christian Dior. In 1984, the Boussac-Saint-Frère empire was positioned for new leadership by the French government. In stepping up for the bid, he acquired another luxury goods company called Financière Agache. The bid closed with him emerging as winner and paying a ceremonial £1. It was not a regular win. Amongst the other things that came under his control was Christian Dior. Would you mind guessing how much the £1 he paid is worth in today's money? One of the richest men in the world has also gone by the title, the Terminator. You probably might call him worse if you were among the 9,000 workers he cut off their employment in 2 years after taking over Boussac. The end compared to the means, though. Investors were happy in 1987. The company had shed weight and was clearly profitable. With a revenue of $1.9 billion, there was a booked earnings of $111 million. In the large world of fashion, and even in the smaller space of opulent, luxurious fashion, LVMH has become a name to identify with. Moet, Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, commonly known as LVMH, is a global holding company which focuses on luxury goods. It is all the way from France, with love. That is also where it has its headquarters in the French capital city of Paris. The luxury conglomerate is the end product of mergers of companies, with the most significant being in 1987, when fashion house Louis Vuitton of 1854 and Moet Hennessy of 1971 merged. It set a European record in April of 2020 as being the first company to surpass $500 billion of market valuation. LVMH, as a parent company, is rooted in 6 different sectors that in turn control 75 prestigious brands. The top 2 of such brands are Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy. Others include Tiffany & Company, Christian Dior, Fendi, Givenchy, Marc Jacobs, Stella McCartney, Loewe, Loro Piana, Kenzo, Celine, Sephora, Princess Yachts, Tag Heuer, and Bulgari. LVMH's portfolio is comprised of the most opulent. The management structure is such that the brands are controlled independently under the grouping of 6 umbrellas, which are wines and spirits, fashion and leather goods, perfumes and cosmetics, watches and jewelry, selective retailing, and other activities. Unarguably, LVMH has become synonymous with Bernard Arnault and his family. He had initially come aboard LVMH as co-founder in 1987 when he facilitated the merger of Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy. Power tussle and corporate politicking within the newly formed company ended on the 13th of January in 1989, the day he was unanimously elected chairman of the company. By this time, he had 43.5% of LVMH shares and 35% of voting rights in the company. Leave scaling and expansion to Mr. Arnault because he does a very good job of it. From the time he took over leadership at LVMH, the company has had an unparalleled growth streak that is marked by daring acquisitions and increasing profitability. The list of such acquisitions goes thus: Spanish luxury fashion house. Loewe was bought out by Arnault in 1996, the same year leather goods brand. Celine was integrated into the LVMH house following his capital takeover of 1987, while Berluti and Kenzo in 1993. In 1994, it was perfume company Guerlain, Marc Jacobs and Sephora in 1997. Thomas Pink, the British shirt maker, was joined in 1999. Emilio Pucci, Fendi, Donna Karan's DKNY, and department store building La Samaritaine between years 2000 and 2001. American jeweler Tiffany & Company was acquired in 2021 for $15.8 billion in what many regard as the biggest luxury brand acquisition ever. Is that too much info at once? Essentially, Mr. Arnault pioneered LVMH through a zealous path of development that places it as the #1 connoisseur of luxury in the world. The closest rivals to it are Richemont and Kering. As the chairman and CEO of LVMH, Arnault has not only shaped the landscape of the luxury industry, but has also become one of the wealthiest and most influential figures in the global business arena. His coming into the spotlight of wealth was first in April of 1999. His consideration as the richest person in fashion came when he surpassed billionaire businessman Amancio Ortega of Spanish Zara. In good multinational money management style, that same year, he set up Philanthropy, short for Philinvest Participations and Philinvest Investissements. The holding company was based in Belgium, the same Belgium he had applied for citizenship and later canceled in 2013. Through Philinvest, Arnault has been holding an 81% stake in Agache, formerly known as Groupe Arnault, the holding company that by this time now has an increased 48% of LVMH and more than half of the voting rights. His tentacles extend to the media space also. His holding company Agache backs venture capital firm, Aglaé Ventures, which has investments in businesses such as Netflix and TikTok parent company ByteDance. Do not worry about the layers of control so much. Just keep this guy in mind, okay? From his 2 marriages, Arnault is the father of 5 children, 1 daughter and 4 sons. All the children, Delphine, Antoine, Alexandre, Frédéric, and Jean, are employed in different capacities at LVMH and subsidiary brands. He moved his family over to the United States during his first marriage for a couple of years, in aversion to the more taxing for the rich sentiments of the French socialists. Currently, Delphine is the CEO and chairwoman of Christian Dior Couture. She had married Alessandra Valeriano Gancio in 2005. The marriage, which Forbes described as France's wedding of the year, lasted all of 5 years as the couple divorced in 2010. Her younger brother, Antoine, is the CEO of LVMH holding company, Christian Dior SE. He also doubles as the head of communications, image, and environment for LVMH. Delphine's and Antoine's stepbrother, Alexandre, is the executive vice president at Tiffany & Company. He maintained his executive role after leaving Rimowa, where he was chief executive officer. Rimowa is a German luggage brand owned by, yes, you guessed it right, LVMH. Alexandre's brother, Frederick, came aboard the family ship in 2017 as head of connected technologies at Tag Heuer. He is currently CEO of the watch brand, which, by the way, is LVMH's biggest watch subsidiary. But hold on. Any idea of the job description for head of connected technologies? Tell us your answer in the comments. Bernard Arnault's youngest son, Jean, has a master's degree in financial mathematics from MIT and another master's degree in mechanical engineering from Imperial College London. He is not left behind in the business. June is the marketing and product director for Louis Vuitton's watch business. Bernard Arnault set up Protect Invest in 2008, a private foundation in Belgium. The aim was to safeguard the integrity of the LVMH group. The foundation locked up the Arnault children's ability to sell shares in Philanthropy until 2023, by which time Jean, his youngest son, would have turned 25, an age he deemed old enough to take responsibility for LVMH. Forbes captures Bernard Arnault's wealth as Bernard Arnault and family on the Forbes billionaires list. Forbes estimates Bernard Arnault and family fortune to be $197.2 billion, positioning him ahead of Jeff Bezos and behind Elon Musk. The number one richest person in the world is a position he has held in the past. In April of 2023, Arnault and his family had an estimated peak net worth of $240.7 billion, according to Forbes. That figure put him ahead of Elon Musk as the richest person in the world at the time. Musk would later surpass Arnault in June of the same year in net worth with $240 billion, just as Arnault's wealth dropped. A patron of the arts, Bernard Arnault is behind the creation of the Contemporary Art Museum and Performance Space in Paris, Louis Vuitton Foundation. His opulent collection includes works by artistic top guns like Pablo Picasso, Yves Klein, Henry Moore, and Andy Warhol. His actions have also positioned LVMH as a significant patron of art in his home country of France. After the 2019 fire, which damaged the iconic Notre Dame Cathedral in France, LVMH and its CEO promised the sum of $226 million in a fundraising round to restore the building. His trips around the world are made in private jets. Bernard Arnault had a billionaire-level problem: jet tracking. It so happened that in 2022, LVMH sold its Bombardier Global 7500 after the real-time whereabouts of the aircraft became very public knowledge because of tracking. He resorted to renting private aircraft for his personal and business movements. Some of his real estate include a villa in Saint-Tropez on the French Riviera, 133 acres of Indigo Island in the Bahamas, 5 properties in Beverly Hills of California. Others include mansions in the French Alps, Bordeaux, amongst others. Bernard Arnault's journey from the son of a construction magnate to the helm of the world's largest luxury goods conglomerate is a testament to his strategic vision, business acumen, and unwavering commitment to excellence. His leadership in the luxury industry has been nothing short of transformative. How many LVMH products do you have? Let us know in the comments.